family, there was no pitch deck. With family, they had seen me through the journey, my previous journey, and I went there and told them, look here, if I've managed to go through the ranks in this organization and I am at this level, that means I can deliver a personal business. I need your support. Husband had to buy in, because without your husband's buy-in, then you're going to be stressed, because they'll never believe that you can deliver. Because once, and by the biggest stakeholder is the husband, especially for me now who is married. There are some women who are not married, so you wake up and go and do whatever. But now for me, I have a family, I have children. I had quit my job and they are not getting the paycheck. So now convincing family, after you've put in your own money, and telling them, look here, I've put in this kind of money and I need it to come out. I need your support. So I didn't need a lot of pitching, but I knew I did a lot of convincing, especially with husband and some of my cousins who came in with money. They actually gave me very good money. Someone told me, I'm going to buy you all the computers you need. And they did. Another one just told me, I'm giving you this amount to pay for rent. And they did. So at that level, you're given that confidence. Even my own mother, she got some of her NSSF money and gave me, because she told me, no, I know you can make it. And when someone has confidence in you, you actually build your own confidence. So you need to know how to talk to people. You don't order people around to give you the money. You have to talk to them nicely. You have to convince them. And it doesn't take one day. If you talk today, go back tomorrow and try again. And try again. Maybe come up with a structure and tell them, because at some point my husband told me, but tell me, how is this thing going to work? So I put it on paper. It wasn't really a pitch deck, but it was like a proposal. I put it down and took him through. And he looked at it and told me, okay, it makes sense. But where is the money going to come from? Especially now at the start. I told him, this business, you're not going to get money in the first year and the second year. But after the first and second year, because that is money you're going to inject back in the business. But after the second year, you're going to make the profit. And remember, that is when COVID hit. So there was no money after the second year. Yeah, but still, they were convinced. And they gave me the money to do the business, yes. My money expectations never changed at all. Of course, I doubted at some point. Remember, the lockdown was 2 years. It was long. I doubted at some point. I was like, I think I should just close and go home. But I had all these people who believed in me, and they were like, we are not going anywhere. So you need that backup. You need people who believe in you, even your own workers, that this is going to work. If they don't see your vision, if they don't see where you're going, no one will back you up. So you need to be passionate about that vision. No one can believe in what you're doing unless you can put out a beautiful product that speaks for itself. But my kind of business, you have to talk about it. You have to educate people about it. Not everyone will understand what media monitoring or research is. When I tell you I'm a consultancy firm, you're going to ask me so many other questions. But if I'm a beekeeper and I have bottled my beautiful bottle, I've branded it well and put it there, I don't have to speak a lot about it. So consultancy and service provision requires you to be able to really talk and speak about your product. One of the things that we have developed, we decided to develop our own softwares, and those softwares are easy for us to mold. And we have integrated AI. It's easier now for software to identify, for example, keywords. If you put in, for example, an ad, it picks it without the intervention of human. All you need to do is give the instruction that this is called this, you identify it in the system, and then it will pick it automatically. Yeah, so we are completely digital with just a small aspect of manual work. Most of our work is being done by technology. We are in Southern Sudan, but we're doing it in partnership and with client. we partner with the client, and then we set up in their office wherever they are, and then we can monitor them from Kampala. We don't have offices there, but we also have partnership in Rwanda, also with client, and then we are beginning a partnership in Tanzania, and Kenya is a bit tricky. It's a bit quite a number of media monitoring firms are there, so we really don't want to venture into there. We shall do it with partners, but we're already growing, yeah. And then we got internally we grew. We got funding from USAID, and they funded our expansion after COVID. So we are buying equipment, we are installing everywhere across the country, and we are growing. Actually, we are really growing very well in terms of coverage. Yeah. One thing people need to know, that a business is like a baby. You go through the 9 months of incubating it in your stomach. It's not easy. We all know there is morning sickness, there is that hurdle of the 9 months, and then you give birth, right? And it's not easy. You still go through the labor, and business is like that. It's not all rosy, but determination to achieve that goal is what people need to know. And you'll not get the money immediately, but if you have the vision, profitability will come. There are some products that you can make money immediately. You go manufacture, and the next thing you know, you're making money. But business is a step. It's phased. You go through that startup, you need a lot of money, you need a lot of help, you need a lot of support from people, you need a lot of encouragement not to give up. Then you go into the next phase where now things are starting to move, but you're still not making money. Operational costs will start murdering you slowly by slowly. But again, you don't give up until that point where now you see the clients are confident. Because in that phase, the first phase, clients are doubting you. They are doubting whether you'll deliver. They are telling you, give us a trial. Some will even, you'll give them work and they will not pay you because you have no basis, but you don't give up. You keep pushing. So determination, that will, that never quitting is something I'll tell many of the entrepreneurs, never to quit. The other thing that our women need to understand is risk management. When COVID hit, we did have a risk management plan, nothing. Risk mitigation, zero. So we realize that at some point in your life, you need to put that, to know that if something happened to the business today, okay, if the fire caught your business today and it burnt down, what is the next plan? That's when you start thinking, oh, insurance of my equipment, right? This taught us a lot, because now we decided we can't keep our best equipment on site. We have what we call a replica. The other important equipment is kept in a data center somewhere, not at our office. We built that because at one time everything just crashes. What is the mitigation plan that you'll have to service a client the next hour? Right now, I'll just tell you, give me 2 hours and I'll send you your reports, because I know they are backed up at a data center somewhere. So those are things that our people need to know. There is still a lot of space. I believe we are just a few, we are actually 3 farms in Uganda. The other 2 are, one is a multinational and one is a Kenyan farm, some the only Ugandan farm. So there is still space, but you need to be able to understand what you are venturing into. If you don't know what you're venturing into, we have this thing of, oh, so-and-so is doing this, is making money, let me jump in. Please understand the semantics of that business before you jump in. Have the passion for it and the determination to sustain it. Do whatever you do, breathe it, think about it, dream about it, do whatever you think, whatever you are doing. about it to make it succeed. Otherwise, many people will start a chicken farm because the neighbor has a chicken farm and the chicken farm is working. We'll all jump into vanilla because everybody's growing vanilla, and then the next thing you know, vanilla is no longer trending. So we need to go into something that is sustainable, but also something that we understand very well. If you don't understand the business, don't jump in. Yeah, that's all I can say.